Expo 2020. This is a question that many people ask me, what is Expo? Well, every 5 years there is a World Expo. So 5 years ago we had Milan, Italy. This year we have Dubai, and then in 5 years' time we have Japan. And the whole idea is to get all the countries together, get all the great minds together, and come up and innovate for the future. And that is what an expo is all about. The main theme for Expo 2020 is connecting minds and creating the future. And it comes together with 3 sub-themes. So that is mobility, opportunity, and sustainability. Expo 2020 has been a huge part of direct access success story. Back in 2018, thanks to the Department of International Trade Health, we were appointed as the Universal Design Consultant for this project. And that involved working with the architect and looking at it from an overlaying perspective, because the motto has always been to try and create a really inclusive expo. Expo 2020 was a huge part of direct access success story. So, yeah, back in 2018, direct access were appointed as the Universal Design Consultant for the project. And that involved working with the architect and construction team to help them create and realise a world inclusive event. So, following on that, from being the Universal Design Consultant, we were then working with guest services temporarily. And of course, as we all know, we had a pandemic. So, but then we started to innovate and provide products such as induction the evacuation chair. We arrived back at Expo to service those contracts, thanks to the Department of International Trade. Then, when Expo realised that we were back on site, they wouldn't let us go. So they were like, we really could do with your expertise right now. And of course, we were so happy to come back. Amazing. The Dubai University Design Code actually only came up a couple of years ago, 2018 or 17. So accessibility hadn't really been on the agenda in this region. And this is one of the things that make this project such a privilege and so exciting to work on, is that we have introduced, Expo has introduced, changing places facility. We've introduced sensory room, quiet room, braille signage, sign language contact. These are all lessons that can be learned throughout the whole of the region. And Dubai University Design Code is actually only at the start of that. One of direct access jobs was not just to take the Dubai University Design Code, but to take the lessons that we have learned globally. So some of you will know that we have projects in the US, UK, Europe, even one in Africa at one point, also in the UAE and in Saudi. So this enabled us to get that broad global knowledge in conjunction with the Dubai University Design Code. A lot of people in the UK ask me, what's a person of determination? The same in the US recently. What's a person of determination? Well, it is the terminology that they use in this region to describe disabled people. So, for instance, in the US, we tend to use the term people with disabilities generally. Here in the UAE, Dubai, they tend to use the term people of determination. It's grown on this, to be fair. Direct access has done with Expo. It's introduced quite a few new innovative things, such as quite a lot to name, but just one QR code. So if I roll back a little bit, typically in an exhibition or a museum, you may have a sign language interpreter, so on a Tuesday morning or a Thursday. And you tend to follow a track and a group. So if you require information in sign language, quite often you would have to listen or read particular parts you're not that interested in. QR code, thanks to the pandemic, you know how to use it now. So the idea is, at the exhibit, you have a QR code, you go up to it, you scan it with your phone, and then you get sign language interpretation right there, when you want it and where you want it. Same theory for audio narration too. For me, the highlights of working here at Expo are the teams that I'm privileged to work with. I mean, direct access is such a tiny, really part of the entire jigsaw. We've got some of the most incredible, intelligent, talented people working on this project. For an example, we are very privileged to work with a company based in the US called Sensory Access, run by Dr. Daniela. And she has taught us all sorts of stuff, such as sensory rating cards. And of course, we are based in the sustainability team, and that's headed up by Dina Story. And we've got some of the best minds in the world in this team. And let's face it, accessibility is all about sustainability. I think the opportunity to bring direct access to expertise with the fact that the majority of our workforce are people of determination. That means that we can bring real life experiences to the project. And I think as well, it makes fusion feel authentic in a way. Because anybody can pick up guidance such as the ADO, Dubai University Design Code, the British Standard, the Olympic Standard, but that cannot be the word I'm looking for, an equal to the personal experience. So, for an example, we have somebody on our team who's a wheelchair user. We have people who have a hearing impairment on our team. We have someone whose first language is sign language. We have someone who has autism. So epilepsy. So I think when people get additional resource, it just gets much richer and authentic consultancy. And I hope that Expo 2020 have benefited from that, and I believe that they probably have them. I have to say, that's one of the easiest questions in Expo. For me, what makes this project so significantly important is that it's held in the Middle East. And I think if Expo can introduce these things to the region, such as what inclusion means, changing places, sensory toilets, braille signage, sign language interpreting, audio narration, good policies and procedures, and it creates a ripple effect. For me, that is the legacy, and that is what makes this project so important to work on. Very simple, 3 letters, DIT, Department of International Trade. Please, any British companies out there looking to export, my view, the best thing that any company could ever do is get in touch with the Department of International Trade. They can give you all the advice that you need to get started. And a lot of companies can say, actually, I don't have a product that you can export. I sell cheese, I sell wine, I sell insurance. Hey, we sell access consulting. I think if we can export, and let's face it, we have a team of disabled people. If we can do it, sell access consultancy and have these additional barriers, I am pretty confident that if British companies speak to Department of International Trade, they will find success.